I was actually a good girl in secondary school. Like, now that I'm saying it, I wish I was bad, I wish I was naughty. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Ruby and I make cringe content. If you're not new here, what's up? Hey, I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night. Yeah, so in today's video we're going to be talking about my secondary school experience. Dicey topic. I've never really come on here to talk about my secondary school experience before. I usually try to keep it out of the equation as much as I can, but I just thought, what is it? It has passed. I might as well talk about it. So I put a poll on my Instagram for people to ask me what they wanted to know about my secondary school experience. A lot of people asked me a lot of questions I didn't even think people wanted to know. So I'm here to answer a few of them. Invasive questions with Ruby. Badum. I don't really know, actually. I don't really know. I know I was really excited for senior school because seniors looked so cool, man. And usually once you got to like senior school, like most of the bullying stopped, most of it. Like when you were in junior school, you were just a rat. Like you were just everybody's housemaid. But when you got to senior school, there was just a certain level of, untouchability. Like, first of all, you got more attractive to like senior school guys.
Are you serious? Wow. Wow, that's so crazy.
When like a guy is maybe in senior school, he usually doesn't look at girls in junior school, obviously, like for obvious reasons. But once you got to senior school, you got access to SS2 boys, SS3 boys. Everything was just soft. And like in senior school, you got to do a lot of fun things. Like you kind of got to control the social events in a sense. Once you got to SS3, like once you got to SS2, you got to apply for prefectship. Like there were just a lot of things that were fun and appealing about senior school. And also I feel like once you get to senior school, the primary school notions of how boys and girls are supposed to relate kind of just fall by the wayside because they're kind of present in junior school. Like if a boy was your seatmate, it would be like, oh my god, the guy is my senior. And there was all this unnecessary tension and awkwardness around boys that I didn't like. So usually once people just got to senior school, there was just a certain level of added maturity that I was really looking forward to. I'm like, yes, I can now talk to a boy in peace without 7 other girls coming to ask me, oh my god, what's happening? Do you understand? To be honest, I didn't get into a lot of trouble. Now that I think back, I wish I did. Like I feel like if I got into more trouble in secondary school, I would have kind of enjoyed my secondary school experience more. But the kind of person I am, like I'm not even hardwired for trouble. Like it's not in my genetics. Like I was just really allergic to drama because drama meant wahala and wahala meant stress, and I was not even about to do that. You get I was literally the type of person who would get gist last, not because I wasn't like rolling with the people who knew the gist. I was with them. I would just rather not hear it because I felt like hearing it would just put it in my mind, and putting it in my mind would just stress me, and I wasn't about to do that. So I would always get gist last. Even if you ask my friends from secondary school, they will tell you, Ruby is always the last to hear things. So, and I feel like it has even translated to like my uni life because it's always my flatmates that always like, Ruby, how come you don't know this thing? And I'm like, I don't know. Like I'm always the last to hear things for my sanity and my peace of mind. I feel like it's something I took from my brother. My brother does not like stress. Like they can't even be in the same room, him and stress. Jollof rice. They served it on Fridays with fried chicken and fried plantain and sometimes coleslaw, but I never had the coleslaw because in my school they used to make the coleslaw with mayo. Nasty. Like it hit differently because they used to serve it on Fridays. That meal just like indicated that the weekend is gonna be mad. Yeah, I was bullied, as was almost everybody that went to school in Nigeria. It didn't really happen in my significant secondary school years. You may hear me mentioning my significant secondary school years because for me, my secondary school started in SS1. Everything from GS1 to GS3, I would just like to blip it out of my history. I was so irrelevant. I don't think, like, there were a lot of people that in my set that probably didn't even know my name. like GS3, but in SS1 I could say, okay, my life really started. You know, I became popping, and not even popping like proper popping, but like popping enough to like have seniors, juniors, and my set mates know my name. So I was bullied a lot in GS1 and GS2 because I was stubborn and I was stupid. So yeah, the combination of stubborn and stupid is just a recipe for disaster. So I used to get bullied a lot. Like, I used to get bullied by this particular girl. If you're a girl and you went to my secondary school and you were in my set, chances are you probably know her because she was such a terrorist. Like, she used to bully us up until we were even in SS1. When I was in SS1, she was in SS3. She just used to terrorize babes, man. Like, for the purpose of this video, I will refer to her as terrorist. I'm just gonna say, for record purposes, the bullying in school for girls is not the same as it is for boys, because I feel like for boys it was a lot more physical, but for girls it was more on the end of mental and, you know, psychological humiliation and degradation. Like they want you to feel it in your guts that you're stupid and useless. That's their aim. It was all these irrelevant and pointless punishments. This particular senior, this terrorist chick, she used to tell me to go under her bed and she would give me a mosquito net infested with mosquitoes and tell me to count the amount of holes in the mosquito net. And usually they will start it out real sweet, tell you, oh, it's just a really simple punishment, and as soon as you do it, you can get going. So like you will feel optimistic, you will feel like it's something that you can do, that okay, at least they will tell me to copy notes. Do you understand? Things that you can actually complete. So they will give me this mosquito net and tell me to count the amount of holes inside the mosquito net. That as soon as I've counted, like as soon as I count and I get the exact number that I can go. Or they will tell me to go under the bed, and by under the bed I mean under the bottom bunk, and sit there until I lay a golden egg. How can I lay a golden egg? For record purposes, for record filing and shelving purposes, I had only one boyfriend, like in the whole of secondary school. You know, if you're counting side things, flings, situationships, entanglements, you know, it's a lot more than one. But for record and actual label purposes, I had only one boyfriend per se. I wouldn't really count it now because, like me, when I graduated from secondary school, my mindset was that almost clean slate, because like everything that happened in secondary school was irrelevant. Like now I'm a new person, new being. The most important lesson that secondary school taught me was the fact that you don't need too many guys. Like you don't need to talk to everybody. Like the only people you need are yourself and your actual guys, like your close guys. And I feel like that's one of the most beautiful things that secondary school gave me. My guys, not even the goddamn education, but like my guys and my girls. Like, if you're watching this, guys, I love you guys. People used to kill themselves talking to this many people. You can just move with your crew. You guys will smash your goals in silence, smash your guys in silence, hit your grades in silence, just do everything in silence. But like as a group, you know, there's like, you know, you have love for each other, and that's all that matters. I don't think I have. I feel like my best SS3 moment was actually graduation, because I really couldn't wait to get the hell out of school. My boarding school was like every other average Nigerian boarding school. Like, it was fine, it was good, it was dirty. There were a lot of people there, so like obviously that's what you would expect. There was a lot of rivalry between SS2s and SS3s. Oh my god. When I was in SS2, like SS2 girls hated SS3 girls, and the feeling was mutual. So when I was in SS2, I remember that there were a lot of arguments, a lot of quarrels, a lot of fights between my set mates and, you know, SS3 girls. Even when I got to SS3, like the situation kind of reversed. So like SS2 girls hated us and we hated because I couldn't be bothered. They hated SS2 girls back, and it was just like a rivalry type thing. I was actually not a wicked senior. I feel like all these boils back down to me not really having much to do with drama because it related to stress. I was nice to my juniors. Like, they used to come and talk to me. There were obviously lines that they could not cross, but like I feel like I was pretty nice. I don't think I was wicked. I feel like I was very approachable as well. And plus I was head girl, so I kind of wanted to be, because it just made my job easier and my life easier. Anytime I wanted to do something wicked, I wouldn't do it with my hand because me soil my fingers. No. Whenever like I wanted to punish somebody, or whenever I just wanted to like make a whole set feel pain, I never did it myself. I used to like delegate those roles to the set mates I knew would enjoy doing it, because I didn't enjoy doing it, but I needed the work to be done. You understand me? Like, you get. I was actually a good girl in secondary school. Like, now that I'm saying it, I wish I was bad, I wish I was naughty. But I was very good. I didn't give my parents stress. They should be thankful, because they were big girls and guys that were just giving their parents heart attack. But I was on the good side. Now, does that mean I didn't do a lot of weird stuff? No, that doesn't mean that. Like, it just means that if I balance it, like the good stuff slightly outweighs the bad stuff. In secondary school, I didn't have beef with a lot of people, as this video should have made clear. I wasn't familiar with confrontation. Like, I was mostly the person that was easygoing with everybody. I didn't really have issues with anybody. So if I had haters, I didn't know about them. Do you get? So this was the first time like people who publicly criticized my decisions came like face to, like I saw them like face to face, and it wasn't pretty. Like, I didn't know how to handle it, unfortunately. Like, usually people come out of secondary school knowing how to handle conflict, because like, secondary school is a place for a lot of conflict, but I didn't know, because I hadn't really gotten into a lot of situations that involved conflict. So I was just lost. I just started crying. My brother was like, "Are you stupid? Why are you crying?" It took me like a day or two to, realize why I was confident in my decisions. I feel like I needed that to kind of just bump me out of the everybody you meet is going to like you kind of mentality that I had. I wish I did. I feel like my secondary school stories would be a lot more interesting if I did, but I didn't. Oh my god, none of them found me attractive. And at the time, I wasn't the person who would step to a guy first. Now I am, but at the time I was not. And plus, like, there was a lot of restriction between like seniors and classes that were below them. I can't say that I did not fantasize about a lot of them. Haba. Especially when I was in SS1, the set I was in SS3. Forget. I remember me and my girls, because they used to play like volleyball a lot. And it was a lot of the very attractive guys that used to play volleyball. Like the volleyball team, I don't even know whether they were a team, but they just used to play volleyball a lot. So they used to come there like at a particular time every day. And thankfully, that was the same time that the boys in my own set used to go and play basketball. And the basketball and the volleyball courts were just right next to each other. So me and my homegirls, we just used to go sit on the bench directly in front of both the courts. We knew we came to look at the SS3 boys playing volleyball, but that would be weird, boys that don't talk to us, that probably don't even know our names, will just be staring at them. So we always used the front that we were coming to watch our set boys play basketball. Meanwhile, we knew that we were there to watch the shirtless SS3 tossing volleyball up and down. Secondary school was funny. It was a trip. And would I do it again? Absolutely the hell not. I was not the biggest fan of my secondary school experience, but do I appreciate the fact that it happened? Yes. I don't wish I went to another school. Like, I'm happy I stuck to my school. My school was in Abuja, so it was not rugged enough to be rugged, but it was not posh enough to be posh. It was just somewhere in the confusing middle. And it was good. Like, shout out to everybody that went to my secondary school. Yeah, shout out to you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I actually had so much fun like talking about my secondary school experiences. If you guys had experiences similar to mine, or very funny experiences of your own, please let me know down in the comment section below. I love to read you guys' comments and I love to reply. If you enjoyed this, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Always remember to shine your shine, let another person shine their shine, so that together we'll make the world a shinier place. And I'll see you guys in my next one.